It was a lot of fun. When I look at it in totality, I really enjoyed working with these young men. Just really fantastic group. Worked hard. Didn't bow their neck at anything. They took the coaching. They took the guidance. They're trying to become what we're asking them to become. I thought the coaches did a nice job all the way around. Just pleased. Got a lot of work to do and got a long way to go, but when you just look at a group of young men that just had a brand new staff and a brand new system and all the things going on, I think they did a really good job. You know, today, like most spring games, like most scrimmages, there were certainly some really highlights for both sides of the ball, and usually a highlight for one side of the ball is probably a low light for the other side of the ball, so it's kind of hard to judge it. The good news is Miami won today. But you know, overall, I thought it was a pretty good day. There were some disappointing things that happened here and there, but again, overall, we got good work. I thought at the very end, we looked pretty gassed, and we were. We really basically ran out of skilled people. We really had just one deep on both sides of the ball offensively for the most part, and those guys really got more reps than I wanted them to get. That's why we ran the third quarter. Just let it run. Fourth quarter, I wanted to get a possible 1-minute drill at the end. We just need work at that, and I wanted Brad to get that if at all possible, which he did, and he did a nice job of finishing with the TD pass. Actually threw his first pick of the whole spring when it comes to scrimmages and the game, of course, and tried to back shoulder throw the one, and who made the pick there? Do you remember? Corn. Yeah, beautiful play by Corn. But overall, I thought Brad had a really good spring. The other guys, very difficult to judge, especially today. There was just such a lack of guys that were able to, you know, make plays out there. Quite frankly, they were working hard and all that, but I thought the I thought the DBs kind of swallowed up the second unit of receivers. But I will say those guys. We couldn't make it without them, and they had some really good days. But today they struggled a little bit, I thought. But overall, a couple fourth down stops, which is good for the D, not good for the O. Couple touchdown plays that were good for the offense. So kind of hard to decide, you know, where you fall. With that, I'll answer any questions you have.
Mark, how much more comfortable are you now as far as having a good sense of what this team will and won't be able to do real well when you guys reconvene in July?
Yeah.
What will you do going forward?
Yeah, I think our biggest issue is depth, really. When you're playing 2 and 3 teams in the spring and even early fall, you're like, oh, we're so thin, you know. But if all you have to do is get one team out there, then your depth all of a sudden feels a little bit more comfortable. So right now we felt super thin because we got the team split in half, and we're going, you know, at a pretty good tempo, not many timeouts. And then when we did, it was just to kind of reset and go, quick little halftime. So it's hard to say, but I think if we stay healthy and guys, you know, take care of business in the off season, we'll be okay. But if we get a couple injuries in a couple spots, it would hurt. It would hurt us. We're not as strong as we need to be as far as numbers.
Coach, one position where you do have depth is running back. How do you see that battle after spring ball here?
Yeah, just all spring long, I thought the top 3 guys had some really nice days. But you know, Chalk did some really wonderful things in this spring too. I think he really elevated himself. He really improved as well. So I liked what happened with him early on. It looked like, you know, 3 guys, and then you know, he's really starting to play well. So he's putting his ring in the hat, his hat in the ring. Excuse me.
Mark, what has to happen this summer now?
Well, they got to get in great condition. They got to take care of their academics. You know, they've got to you know, behave off the field and those kind of things. Just work hard. There's enough of installation on both sides of the ball where they'll know what to do. They'll know what to do all summer. And nowadays we're allowed to be with them a little bit and meet with them and things like that. And so I think when we start installing in the fall compared to starting day one, it'll be a huge difference.
What's your assessment of the guys behind Brad?
Well, like I said, it's hard to assess. It was just there weren't many opportunities to have guys open. There weren't many opportunities to be able to stand in the pocket and make a throw. We did have the one really nice drive to start out with Malik, which was nice for that 2 unit. But after that, it was tough sledding for all of them.
Coach Quarterman did well. I heard his praise for his leadership this spring.
Yeah.
He was one of the lead tacklers.
Well, he's a tough kid. He's a smart kid. He loves football. He loves his team. Loves this university. Very happy that he's here. I am. He is. I talked to him a little bit about it. I mean, he got Defensive Leadership Award, and it was more. I told him it was more for your characteristics of leadership. I'm not saying you're the leader of the defense yet, but the characteristics that you have are signs of a good leader. Hard work, tough, dependable. Taking care of business in school, just being coachable, being teachable, and not being afraid to compete when you're just 17, 18-year-old kid.
Mark, you mentioned so many times that you wanted the former players to be involved. So many of them here today. So
Yes.
many of them with you last night.
Right.
What's your takeaway of this? The past?
I loved it. We had an event last night, and over 300 Letterman, football alums showed up, which they say was the biggest night by far, and we just enjoyed each other's company. It's about the camaraderie of being a Cane, and it's also about supporting the young guys. So we spent a little time with the alum, and then we brought our current players in, and we mingled for a good bit, and then we broke bread together, and then we had the awards, and then we let the players go, and then we stuck around and just shot the breeze and told war stories, and I'm one of them. So I sat there all night. I was about the last one to leave, and just had fun talking about old memories and what can be in the future.
Coach, Alex Gall on the sideline took the knee brace, and
Yes.
Linder was on the sideline, and how do you think
Right.
the line didn't got the airs that has
Yeah.
center?
Yes, not bad. I mean, there was a sack here and there, or a bust up front here and there. But they were bringing nice little blitz and twist and things of that nature, little line movement up front, which we didn't handle perfectly. But, overall, we moved the ball at times. We ran the ball well at times. We threw the ball well at times. I'm talking about the one unit. When you get to the second unit, it was just really tough. It was just tough sledding with that group.
Is Gall, is he going to be back for
Yes. We don't think there'll be any surgery for him. He'll be fine in a few weeks.
Okay, thank you.
Mark, the defensive line, especially that first unit, just overall, how would you evaluate? And then made some adjustments.
Yeah, I don't know if we really have a first line. I think our first and second line are like tied for first for the most part. Maybe on the edges it's a little bit different, but we are rolling a lot of players, and we hope our strength will be in numbers, and guys that can play, but guys that can rotate heavily. But yeah, they had their moments up front on the defensive line. They got some really key stops on some fourth downs and third and shorts, that I thought was pretty impressive.
Mark, how much of an opportunity will your 3 freshman receivers and Dial Harris, who you're bringing in from junior college, how much will they have to play right away, knowing what you have at receiver?
Oh yeah, they'll have to play. They'll have to play for sure. They'll have to, we're telling them all to get ready to compete, and there's no doubt that those guys will get a boatload of reps, and if they can function well, if they don't have missed assignments, and they're not afraid to compete, and they're not afraid to play major college football, then they'll be in the game, because I don't want to have like we had today, where one side of the ball you basically had 5 skill guys taking every single snap. It's just not good.
All right, guys, last question.
It's always so much pressure on the last question. All right, I want to know, I want to say thank you to the weatherman for holding off the weather and allowing us an 80% chance of rain to finish. We got every day in without getting rained on, so that was nice. All right, y'all have a good off season.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.